CWE had done their part, and now, just as the leaves began to fill in the trees, we began the hustle of getting the cabin fully ready for campers. And by we mean mostly Marty. Delivery trucks don't always trust what's beyond our gates, and sometimes their trucks sincerely couldn't make it up our road, but often we have to come down to our entrance to receive the delivery. We unload it off their truck, we load it onto our vehicles, and we drive it up the hill to offload it yet again. This isn't an easy process for sure, especially with so few hands, and especially when it decides to rain on us most of the time. But it's a process we're used to. For this bunk bed delivery, we made several trips up and down to get the long-awaited bunks to their homes. The excitement kept us energized, and we also got to test that the gutters worked when it rained, so there's perks in everything. Of course, getting all the boxes of bunks up to the new cabin was only half the job. The harder job was assembling them all. There were so many pieces and nuts and bolts and dividers and rails and springboards and just everything. It was very tedious, so that required all hands on deck, even people who may have come to visit us for a little while. More than one thing going on at the same time, so while we were assembling bunks inside, we were also having the well drilled outside. This was fascinating to watch. They were there drilling for a good bit because they had to drill down so deep, but we got water.
Hello. Okay, good. All right, thanks. Bye. Duke Energy's on the way.
And finally, we were gonna get power. This was so exciting. It wasn't without its struggle, but we finally got power. Although we hustled all spring to be ready for when our staff arrived, we didn't quite meet that deadline. A septic system feels sort of important, so what could we do? The new deadline became 2 weeks later when our first campers would be arriving. By the end of staff training, we were ready to do a final clean and finish hanging things like the window blinds and shower curtains and paper towel holders and soap dispensers. As is fitting with the way God seems to work in all the things around Whisper Mountain, in the 11th hour, the day before campers arrived, our staff moved in. These were the first 4 summer staff to stay in the new building. And then there were campers. All summer long, teens have filed into this new building, but it's been way more than a place for them to sleep. It's been a place for them to have Bible conversations. It's been a place for them to build community and be encouraged. It's been a place for them to escape their noise so that they might encounter the person of God.
Hello from Whisper Mountain. This past spring, we had the joy of hooking up with CWE Missions out of Tampa, Florida, and they came alongside us to help us provide 26 more beds to expand the vision of Whisper Mountain Ministries. The 4 weeks of construction was getting to meet the people, hear their stories, hear their testimonies. It's neat to see how the body of Christ came together to benefit us as a camp ministry to be able to house 26 more kids each summer. We know Paul says it's not about the building and it's about the people, and he's right. It's about the people and it's about the kids that are going to come here. But we truly feel blessed about the building that makes it possible for us to have these campers come to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ and let them know there's a God that loves them and that wants to care for them and have a relationship with them. On behalf of Patty, Sean, Cassie, and Tegan, and Declan, and Maple, we're grateful and we're thankful for all that has been done here on this property.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shout for joy, you heavens, for the Lord has done it. Shout joyfully, you lower parts of the earth. Break into a shout of jubilation, you mountains, forest, and every tree in it, for the Lord shows his glory.